The address is 347 Don Shula Drive in honor of the legendary coach. The stadium is Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. The punter, Jake Camarda, will get things started. And off we go from South Florida. This is fielded inside the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. Now the former Texas A&M Aggie. Here's Devon Achane. Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football. One of the Ravens has it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Hook him up on a second down and 8. They'll go again with Mitchell. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
They'll come up here, first and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. He'll work forward to about the 18. Second down and 8. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. In trouble, and down he goes. Jalen Phillips that time, in there for the sack.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
No, we changed it.
In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got it inside the 5. And he's going to be taken down.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert 3rd downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
Now from a yard farther back, it's 3rd and goal. That one, taken in. Touchdown, Ravens. It's his second touchdown of the year. And that is touchdown number 1 in the National Football League career of a guy, Greg, taken high in the draft, hoping for moments like that.
When you get drafted in the first round, Mike, let alone as a wide receiver, the expectation in the NFL today is that you need to come in and be an immediate impact player. Plays like this continue to build that relationship with the quarterback, and I think this guy's got a real bright future.
$7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Yeah. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
That's to the right side and incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Here now, 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
So 4th down, they'll hand it over to A.J. Cole to punt it. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now, Jackson. Try to set up the screen to Mitchell. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
To the tight end, Likely. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Jackson up top again. That's down the field and intercepted. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's taken in by Achane. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
In motion, it's Waddle. One quarter in the books. It's the Ravens out front. And we're back to South Florida after this. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons, he can spread the ball out and find the open space.
Davis going in motion. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to air this out for Davis. And the Ravens are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Go. Back near his goal line, Jackson. Catch made there, left side by Walker. Second and a yard. From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Good gainer there. They'll get him out of bounds, up past the 35-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down. Here comes Mitchell on the toss to the right. A short pickup to the 38. It's the tight end Likely in motion. 2nd down. Jackson. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Jackson now to throw on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Slot receiver headed right. Jackson now on 2nd down. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Just a great example of not only the anticipation, but the instincts to go break that pass up, Mike. You can see he's clearly looking at the quarterback's eyes. And once that ball was delivered, he's just attacking it and breaking it up.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Again, it's Jackson. Quick throw, taken in. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
On first down, it's Mitchell. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Walker. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Can they keep this drive rolling? Here is 3rd and inches. Throwing Jackson. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Really nice call there on 3rd and inches. You have the defense thinking run, and then you hit them with the short pass, and the yardage you get after that is just gravy. They turn this into a nice play, and they pick up a first down.
This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. Here's a run. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal. Jackson. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now Aubrey for the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens move out on top, 14-0.
Dolphins, nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here we go on the return from the 1. We'll get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Open man is Davis. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
They'll throw out of the gun. That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
This throw, left side, caught by Kittle. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Miami after this. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
65 cat. Come on. Set. Stop below 18. Come 19. Come 19. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. That's going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Now the Ravens use their first timeout. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. A big play to kick off this drive. Pickup of 46 yards.
Return it. Thirteen.
In motion comes Walker. On 1st and 10, Jackson. A dive and a catch. Incredible. That is a gain of 15, halfway there as he's down at the 15. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. And a determined run there. He gets about 7 yards inside the 10-yard line. Second down and 3. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
3rd and short, Jackson. He's got it at the 3. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Ravens. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half.
The kick is good. Makes the score Ravens 21, Dolphins nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Mustang 19.
Davis heading in motion. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. So Kittle comes in motion. That's to Waddle again. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Catch made there by Waddle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Thrown left side, the catch is made.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
Trap 60, go.
They'll look to throw yet again. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see it. Like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. This will be just inside 60, a 59-yard field goal attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Ravens are in front. As we head north to Orlando, we're going to join the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. Now a give up the middle. And he'll work this forward to the 35. Jalen Phillips in on the stop. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Third and 5.
Hey. Get on.
Now, Jackson. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. A big play there for Baltimore. 31 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points. Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
From the gun, Jackson. That one intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away. And that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
That caught by Davis. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. He'll drop to throw. That's taken in by Achane. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day. They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Trying to avoid tackles there, but the ball is out. And this is taken in by the defense.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight. But it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover. There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Report. Let's go. Get hard. Cut.
Now Jackson. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Back to throw. Checking it down, this one is caught.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
George Kittle was the intended target that time. And third down coming up. From out of the gun, he'll throw. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over here at their own 22.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0. He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. And this will be incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
13 yards on the catch there. Good for a Raven first down. Give up the middle for Mitchell. A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Another run here with Mitchell. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
No, we changed it.
Jackson now. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
And the Ravens first down.
Throwing Jackson. And that one incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
On 3rd and 1, here's Jackson. He gets this complete to Mitchell. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. That's 2 catches on this drive, this one for 23 yards. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. And he'll work this into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line, taken down after a gain of 5. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And the Ravens have a 1st and goal forthcoming. He takes this down to the 5-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever. Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3rd and goal coming up.
So on 2nd down, they try to hammer it in on the ground, Mike, but now on 3rd and goal, I don't think you have any choice but to put this ball in your quarterback's hands and test this defense through the air.
3rd and goal for Jackson. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Baltimore. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Ravens stretch it out, leading now by the score of 28-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. Now on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And he's going to take it in for the touchdown. Whoa! Have a friend in the right spot at the right time. The fumble, not a turnover, but a TD.
The kick is good. Makes the score Ravens 35, Dolphins 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Davis going in motion. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Going left side down the field, and it's complete. 17 yards, the gain there. 1st down, Miami.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Davis heading in motion. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Punt team headed out for the Dolphins. And he's on to punt for just the second time in this game. This will be returnable from his own 15. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. On the handoff, here comes Mitchell. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Third down and 9.
Middle. What ain't it? Sit on.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That is caught. He finds Walker. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll run it over center with Mitchell. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run. It's out of the gun, and it's Mitchell. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
And that is incomplete. He was trying to get back to Tez Walker. And it's going to lead to 4th down. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This officially a 58-yard attempt. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
This will be returned from the 2. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing now from the gun. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. Here now, 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up there to Waddle. And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. It's a gain of 34. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Stop low 18. Here we go. Set.
They'll look to throw. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He's going to air this out for Davis. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up 3rd down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one. They get an even 20 on that one. 1st down, Miami. From the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. This throw left side caught by Kittle. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense.
And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. We do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
That is caught, and they get the 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Down to a knee here goes Jackson. And that should do it. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. They get the victory here, away from home, to run their early season record to 2-0. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.
Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Keep on bluffing, but I just can't win. Drown my sorrows, but they learn to swim. Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Head in a bottle for my heart in a case. Yeah, it's getting harder to act my age. Play a sad song on a tiny violin for the man at the bar confessing his sins. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. Love keeps knocking, but I just stay home. I ain't picking no flowers from the seeds that I'm sown. They say it gets darker when you're coming on door. Still looking for the right at the end of my wrongs. At the end of my wrongs, I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil wouldn't walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Try to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. It's a little good news. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil wouldn't walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. All I really need is a little. Something bring me back to the middle. All I really need is a little good.